Hi, and welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corn
and Bo.
You got it right that time.
We did it that time. You need to start the introduction so that you say Corn and I say Bo, because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
We got it. We got it.
All right. Well, how was your week?
Good, good. How was your week? What happened last night?
Yeah, it was good. Grammys last night. Watched those. Freaking amazing.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I saw some stuff on Instagram.
Okay, I will say this. The very beginning of it was like so good. I'm like watching it like, oh my gosh, this is probably the best Grammys that I've seen in a really long time. And then they did, God rest their souls, a tribute to all the people who have passed. And it was really good. Like, oh my God, I'm going to sound so stupid because my brain doesn't work. So stupid. The fucking blind guy that I should know is
Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder.
The fucking blind guy. That works. That works.
It doesn't
Yeah.
though, because no, I don't think so. But he came out and played on the piano and sang, and they had like a duet with him and this is why I shouldn't do this, because I can't remember people's names on the spot.
Where's your notes?
Not their names aren't in it.
Okay.
I didn't
tell me about them. I'll tell you who they are.
Okay, good plan.
We'll guess who this bitch.
Benson. No. The old
Jody Benson?
No, a man, and he did a duet
Tony
with
Bennett?
Tony Bennett. Yes.
I don't even watch this shit.
So it was like a recording. That was really cool. It was a recording of Tony Bennett when they had done something together previously. So at the end of it, he was like, Stevie Wonder, everyone, but it was like in the past, you know.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was really cute. But then it just kept going. And kept going. And kept going. And it was the longest tribute. And then I just feel like after that, the Grammy, I don't know, it just kind of, it started off really strong.
And then
kind of like, but friggin' what's his face, Trevor Noah, do you know who that is?
I do know who that is, because I used to watch Jon Stewart's show and he took that.
Yes.
So
he was the host, and he did a phenomenal like opening monologue.
I saw that. I did see on Instagram some jokes about how you can host an award ceremony without making fun of everybody else and still be funny and not be a douche about it.
Like
Joe Coy.
Right. He like said really, I have notes. If you guys see me like looking down at my phone, it's because there's notes down there, because like we have already established my brain sucks.
I have notes, but they're weird.
Well, my stupid phone keeps closing. But he was able to say like, okay, so he made like a joke about Taylor Swift, but about the NFL and how many times the NFL shows her. And he was like, okay, so this is the plan for tonight. Every time someone says Taylor Swift, we're going to show an ex-NFL player. And here I am with fucking names again. Dang it. Why didn't I put these names in my notes?
Tell me who they are. I know a little bit about them.
I don't know. I don't even remember what he was in. Someone's going to have to tell us that, because I don't even know how to describe him. And he's now an actor. And he used to be in the NFL, apparently. I didn't know that, though. I should not be the one talking about the Grammys, because I can't remember people's names right now.
Well, I don't watch it because here's the thing. Those award shows are really long.
They are.
And like you were just saying about, it made me think of it when you were saying about like the Stevie Wonder tribute. Like, I feel like that's why I can't watch any of this stuff, because like I used to watch the MTV Music Awards, right? Stuff like that. And it's so long and there's so much, and then you're not interested in this part. So then you pull out your phone.
Yes.
And then something crazy happens, and then you miss Kanye yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
When like you were actually watching that one, but you missed that part.
Right.
And it's been a big pop culture moment for the last 2 decades, and that's what happened. I was like, I don't know, refilling my wine, and I like missed that part. And I don't think I've watched an award show since then, because that's what it always happens. I walk away, I'm making fucking pizza rolls, I'm doing something else when the good stuff happens. And also, question, didn't think about until just now, how do you watch these things? Like, I don't have cable anymore.
Oh, I don't
right?
have cable anymore, but CBS somehow has taken over Paramount Plus or merged with them. So now that was always an issue for me too. Like, I didn't have a way to watch it. But it was on Paramount Plus, and we have that.
I do have Paramount, and sometimes I feel like there's like real shows on Peacock for some reason. Like I've Peacock, and I've watched like live
because they're like somehow
sports
affiliated
there.
with ABC. So.
Right.
The Peacock.
Yeah, right. Fucking Peacock. That makes sense. That was my version of their song, which I don't even think was their song. It might have been somebody else's, like, doo-doo-doo.
That was a great rendition.
It was. Pretty good. I'm a good beatboxer. I could be a beatboxer.
Probably
better than Justin Timberlake. Probably.
Hear it, Bo.
Well,
I just called you Bo.
See, get your names together.
Fucking A.
I just did it. Doo-doo-doo. And remember, and I did the Fox one last time.
Yeah, you would give Justin Timberlake a run for his money.
Really good.
I was
really
probably
fucking
so loud.
good.
I'm so sorry for your ears.
Oh, I forgot I have this microphone right here.
And I just like laughed into it, I think.
At least I'm not harassing bitches.
Okay. We're not beatboxers.
Okay.
All right. Although you did a very good job.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens when I finish this coffee, because I might come back. I might come back for an encore. I don't know why I wasn't at the Grammys. They should let me perform.
Where was your award?
Where was my
Oh my
award?
God! Speaking of like
yeah.
people getting snuffed or whatever, Jay-Z
Snubbed.
Snuffed.
I think snuffed is like when you kill somebody, like you snuff them.
Oh, we're not. No.
I think snubbed is when you don't get an award.
Well, if that's the case, it's snubbed because no one got killed.
I saw something about Jay-Z. I didn't care for his hair.
He got an award for a lifetime achievement, Dr. Dre's achievement or whatever, and he called out the Grammys, like, and the people who vote for it, and was like, listen, I don't even know how this stuff works, because I don't want to, put a young lady in the spotlight or whatever, but there's someone here who has won more Grammys than anyone else, but never won Album of the Year. Please.
Oh, was it Beyonce?
Yeah. Please tell me how that's possible. And then he goes, he was on one, and then he goes, he says, there's some of you, and he starts out a little like encouraging, right? Some of you, didn't win in the category that you were in, and that's okay. Some of you didn't even belong in the category you were in.
Oh, that's fantastic. Who was that about?
I don't know.
Oh, I like that.
And he
like
goes,
Eddie.
he goes, I'm sorry. When I get nervous, I tell the truth.
Like, sorry to the microphone on that one.
Like, he's like, listen, I'm nervous. I tell the truth. Some of y'all didn't even belong in that, in the category.
I bet it's true.
I don't know. I don't know who he was talking about, but he made me giggle, made me laugh.
I don't know who half of the people are anymore. I feel like I'm like out of the
sometimes
loop,
I do
so
that too.
I don't.
Like, the younger, listen, we're just not young anymore.
We're not.
And I know the solids. I know the people who like go mainstream and things, and sometimes even them though. Like, I know their music, but I don't know their faces.
That's another reason I don't watch this stuff. I don't know who anybody is.
Yeah.
Half the time, I don't know who
thankfully
anybody
they put
is.
little name things on the bottom.
Oh, that's helpful.
That's helpful.
That's helpful.
Although Miley Cyrus won her first Grammy.
Really?
Yes.
You would think she would have been.
I know.
Hannah Montana was 20 years ago.
I know.
And
Like,
honestly, that was a jam.
How has she? I didn't realize
I'm
that.
a big fan,
but she said it in her speech. Like, she said it in her song. When she got on stage and sang, she performed Flowers. She kept putting in like,
making up her own shit as she went.
like, yeah, like, how in some songs they like, you say something, the song has said something, but then there's like a speaking part to like go with it that like people make up. Well, she was like making up her own, and she said something about like, I won my first Grammy.
Oh, that's cute.
Tonight or something like that, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize that. But I know you saw her dress because that thing was everywhere.
I liked it.
The paperclip dress.
I liked it.
No, safety pin.
Was it made of safety pins?
Out of like 15,000 safety pins or something.
I just saw the gold.
Yeah.
Her hair was a little wild for me. I get that some of that stuff's coming back.
Yeah.
But
I feel like her hair worked with that red carpet dress.
Yeah, it went.
Because the red carpet dress was like, you
gotta have big hair if you're not gonna have any clothes on, right? All right, you gotta make up for it somehow.
But when she changed like 3 other times throughout the night, it just didn't go with the other outfits. But she rocked every outfit. She looks amazing.
That hair was just like, 80s. I don't know. And I know that's cool. It's cool. It's coming back. I know, what's her name? Dolly Parton's her godmother. She was channeling some Dolly Parton in that hair for sure. Did Dolly Parton do her hair?
Quite possibly. She probably had her hairstylist come over. She called up her godmother and was like, "Hey, can someone come do my hair?"
That's what it looks like. That's what it looked like.
That's probably what happened.
That's what it looked like. I didn't hate it on her, but I don't think I could pull it off.
Who could?
Right?
Besides her and Dolly.
Right. It did look good. I liked her dress.
That was ballsy.
It was.
But she's ballsy.
But yeah, right. Like, I don't think that I don't know if anyone else could have pulled that off and seemed like as confident about it.
Yeah. It definitely felt more of like an MTV award thing, like
than the Grammys.
Like usually people dress a little bit more
wilder there
at the MTV. Like usually MTV is where you see these like wild
like the meat dress, right?
Dresses.
Is that where Lady Gaga wore the meat dress?
I think so, yeah. But the Grammys are usually a little bit more sophisticated. Miley said, like, y'all, like, I do what
Miley, right?
I
Miley does Miley.
Yeah.
Miley does Miley. And I appreciate it.
I love it. I think if you can and you got the confidence to do it, rock it.
So I saw pictures of her dress all over Instagram and was like, hey, that's cute. Was there controversy? Was it controversial at all? Was anybody talking shit? It just made me think of back in the day when J-Lo wore, everybody remembers the green Versace dress, right? And that was like a big, huge deal. And it was so low because it was like, but now that's something that like these bitches are wearing to court. You know what I mean? Like that's like a regular office outfit.
I know.
So I'm just like, were they giving Miley shit? Because I don't have a problem with it. Everybody made such a big deal about Jennifer Lopez's dress, and I know that was, we're aging ourselves again. We're older. We're old.
Yeah.
But that was when we were in high school, and that was like, I remember that being such a big fucking deal, and like people talked about that dress for like a decade, and
they
judged her for it.
That dress.
I mean, right? I mean, we're talking about it, but like we're talking about it in a hey, she looked good kind of way. Like I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, we were fans. At the time, I remember we were big J-Lo fans.
Yeah.
I believe I wrote a poem about it.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure I wrote a poem about it in like 10th grade English class. Maybe probably about the dress because it was so nice. But I remember we were big fans, and I remember it being a big deal, and us like constantly defending and being like, oh, that was a nice dress. So I was just curious because this was, I guess, just paper clips or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It just looked like gold bands to me.
I know.
But I liked
read that
it
today, though. It was made out of like, I don't know, thousands of paper clips.
Well, that does make it seem more MTV Movie Awards, right? Because then it's kind of like the art of it all.
Yeah. And then when she gave her an acceptance speech, because I think she actually ended up winning 2 Grammys last night.
Good for her.
If I remember right.
Oh, okay.
And she gave an acceptance speech, and she's like, thanking everybody, and then she goes, I don't think I forgot anybody, which, side note, she didn't thank her father, so I don't know what's going on there.
You don't?
Cyrus.
I know.
I mean, I think there's some, like, shit with the mom and him and whatever, right?
He married one of her little friends.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
I'm sorry, if my dad ran off with one of my little friends, like, if you ran off with my dad, I would probably not be talking to you guys.
You wouldn't do a podcast with me then?
Probably not.
We would have a lot to talk about.
I mean, I'd run away with Donald,
you could call me
mom. All right, Mom.
Okay, so Miley's dad is dating her friend. Got it.
I think they got married.
And
she didn't go to the wedding. It was a whole thing, I think. My cousin told me about it.
I missed all that on Billy Ray Cyrus, apparently. So she didn't thank her father. So she goes, I don't think I forgot anything, but I did forget my underwear, and walked off the stage.
That's the attitude you gotta have if you're gonna dress like that.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. That's how you get away with dressing like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like it.
Yeah, I like her.
And by saying that, that's even more of a bigger fuck you to Billy Ray. I didn't forget anybody. Right. I didn't mean to say anything about you, dickhead.
Yeah, like
good.
She's just like, I didn't forget anybody, but I forgot my underwear.
I wonder how his achy breaky heart feels about that.
Achy breaky.
Achy breaky.
Breaking his heart.
That song was terrible.
I remember like being at a friend's house when I was younger, and his mom blaring that song as she was like cleaning or something. Like that was how I knew that song, because his mom always played it.
That's my neighbors used to. They were obsessed.
Yeah. Don't break my heart.
It was like him and like Shania 24/7 over there. That was 90s country. It was.
Yeah.
It got a little annoying sometimes. Just a little bit. Yeah, I thought that she looked Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Okay, so I saw that Miley won Record of the Year, but Taylor Swift won Album of the Year.
Yes.
What is the difference there? Is
Record
an
is
album?
the song.
Oh, that makes sense. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, is your record your fucking album, you weirdos?
I know. When they announced Record of the Year, I like started to record because I thought it was going to be Taylor for Album of the Year or whatever, and then I realized it was for the song. But
Okay.
yeah, that was
makes
Miley's
sense.
second award. That was when she said the underwear thing, and then Taylor ended up winning Album of the Year, and she's the only person ever in the history of the Grammys to win Album of the Year 4 times.
That's impressive. Good for her.
Yeah, it's
Good
insane.
for fucking her.
And then she, at the same night, announced Taylor Swift 11. So it's called, her 11th CD or whatever, TS11, everyone calls it. But it's about, what is it freaking called? It's
Poet
the longest,
something.
yeah, the poet.
I saw it
The
on
Tortured Poet.
Society?
No, Department.
The
Tortured Poets Department. It's the longest name, and it's so out of her, like, what she usually does.
She's evolving.
I know, but every other album except Taylor Swift and Speak Now have been one word. Fearless, Red, 1989, Reputation.
Do you guys have, like,
Midnights.
conspiracy theories about this? You and your people?
I don't know. Not that, like... The only thing I've heard, which I do kind of believe, is that it's going to be a collaboration album. And that's why it's called The Department, because it's like she's the chairman of the department, and all these people are, like, working with her.
That's cool, though.
Yeah,
A
because there was,
collaboration
like...
album?
Yeah, when 1989 came out, there was, like, huge rumors that, like, there was another album out there, and it was a collaboration album. And, 1989 came, and nothing else was announced. And so everyone kind of went back to, like, oh, Reputation's coming. But then she, like, dropped that bomb on us all yesterday. So, I don't know. I'm excited either way.
Did you freak out in your living room when you found out?
I did. And by the time we go to see her in October, like, that will be out. A whole new era.
Is that going to be in the concert?
I doubt it, right?
Fuck do I know?
I don't think so, because it's like the tail end of the tour. So, like, to change the tour,
Right. It's just going to be the same tour that it is
then
now.
it would be
right.
kind of unfair to, like, everyone else that has, like, already gone to see it and she's not coming back to.
Right,
Like,
right.
we already went to see it in Tampa, but now she's coming back to Miami, so we're seeing it again. But, like, other people don't have that opportunity. Like, she's not going overseas again.
Right.
So-
Or, like, if you live in a place where there's not multiple big cities. I mean, there's some states that don't, like, even see concerts. They have to go to, like,
Right.
another state to do it. So,
Yeah. So I don't think she'll,
I
like,
get it.
add in the era, but it's still pretty fucking impressive. Homegirl's on a world tour releasing brand new music. Who does that?
And how?
And how? Yeah.
And still showing up at the fucking NFL and
Yeah,
shutting them
and
down.
still, like, supporting Travis, so...
That's impressive.
I always, like, whenever I feel overwhelmed or, like, I'm like, you have the same 24 hours as Taylor Swift, bitch, get it done.
Here's the thing with that. I hate when people are like, you have the same 24 hours as
Yeah.
Beyonce. You have the same 24 hours. Because no, the fuck you don't, Kim. Because
Well, you
here's
don't have
thing,
the help
Taylor
that they
Swift's
have.
Not, right.
Right. But I'm also not doing anything on the level that she is. Like,
No, you're not.
if she can fucking go on a world... Like, I saw a meme today
But she's
that
not,
was
like, going and picking up her kids.
she's going on a world tour and putting out music, and I can't even fold my laundry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this bitch can go on a world tour and put out new music, I can pick up my child, go grocery shopping, and fold my laundry and not feel overwhelmed.
That's only 3 things. Is that really all you have to do, though?
I mean, it's the important things, right, that need to be done or whatever. Like, usually, like...
Right.
Yeah. I just think that if she can do that much...
You can get something done.
you can
I just
fucking
feel like
get
we
something
definitely
done.
don't have the same 24 hours.
We have the same 24 hours. We just don't have the same resources available to us in those 24 hours.
Right. Because, like, people are like, we have the same as Beyonce, but, like, if I'm spending multiple hours cooking and cleaning up after meals, I'm sure they're not doing that. So now
No.
I'm now 4 hours down.
Literally, when does she eat, though?
Right. And, like, someone's bringing it, so, like, and that's part of it. I feel like that's part of, like, the whole, like, invisible workload, right? So, like, she's not planning her meals. She's not going and buying the groceries. She's not cooking the food. She's not cleaning up after it. She might be requesting a certain thing, but That's someone else's time and energy, which is great. Good for her. She's worked to get to this level.
Right.
But then that's also like mental energy.
Right.
So
yeah, she has like that load taken off of her.
Right,
for sure.
right. And like she definitely is doing other things that we're not.
Right.
I'm sure she's capable of things that we're not. She's clearly figured out manifestation. I'm not there.
Yeah.
But
clearly.
Writes
a song when she's like 14 years old that says you'll be 87, I'll be 89, and then at 34 years old dates a football player whose number is 87. What?
Like, right. She's clearly figured some shit out. Maybe if we had a cook, we could figure it out.
Maybe had a cook and a cleaner, we could figure it out.
I do have someone else folding my laundry, but it's just Eric.
I do have children that do their own laundry now. I don't do it.
My kid wants to do laundry, so like that's fun, right?
Yeah.
And like I let him help so that he'll be interested, but you know how long it takes a 5-year-old to put a little laundry into the washing machine?
Oh my god, that's like the hardest thing about letting there's all these things like let your toddler do it, and it's like, but it's so hard to like not just do it because you could do it in 5 seconds and they're gonna take 45 minutes.
It literally does. It literally does. We had to make a deal that where like Eric does the taking it out of the laundry, and because like folding, that's the part I'm not doing. That's the part I'm not doing it. So I'll do it, but like once it's in the washing machine, my hands are washed. The rest of this is on you because I do let him help, and that takes me 45. He takes the laundry into the laundry room. That alone, that alone is a half an hour ordeal. And then like he's got like a stool, and so he puts the laundry into the washing machine from the basket, but then that becomes a whole thing.
Yeah.
So whoever's around changes it over to the dryer. Once it's in the dryer, I wash my hands of it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Someone better fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids do their own now. I mean, but they're teenagers, so it doesn't take them as long. But I just remember like, or even anything, like they're always like, oh, your kids should do chores, and it's like sometimes it's just fucking easier to do it myself than to like have to explain to someone how to do it. And I know that's terrible. Like you're supposed to be teaching them, which takes a little bit of time, but listen, we might have the same 24 hours as Taylor, but sometimes I don't have the fucking time to teach my child how to do something correctly. I just do it myself.
And that's how you're getting your time back. That's how you're getting the 24 hours. So I don't have the 24 hours because I'm letting this motherfucker do shit. And now laundry took 6 hours out of my goddamn day, and I'm not even doing the fucking folding. I don't even do that part.
Oh, fucking kids.
Right. Or he's real into like the
them
dishwasher.
Kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Like obsessed with loading the fucking dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, you people are terrible at this.
Yes, and then I'm like I don't know if I have like a slight OCD, but like also if my dishwasher is loaded a specific way, it will fucking fit everything, and children don't know how to load it like that, so I'm just better off loading it myself.
And grown men.
But then I bitch that like no one helps with the dishwasher.
Grown men. This man is like 47 years old and like can't figure out that the bowl's going straight. Why would you put bowls like this, and this? You're a full-grown adult. You can't figure this shit out?
Yeah, everything has a place, even in the dishwasher.
And then I'm a bitch when I come over and I'm like, the fuck are you doing? I'm nicer about it than that, but I am still a bitch. Because what the fuck are you doing? And you know what? His mom won't let him do anything in the kitchen. That's why he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Oh, right. So that's maybe I should make my boys load the dishwasher.
I think that you're doing good that they do laundry though, because
they do load the dishwasher too. Sometimes it makes me tweak a little bit, like twitch, like that's not right. But okay, you do it that way.
That's when you just walk away. That's how you guys.
It's getting done, away. Kim. It's getting done, Kim.
Right. But it's good that you do that. Like when my mom died, my dad was in his 50s. My brother was like 20, and I was not living with them. And
didn't know how to do anything?
I went to visit them, and my dad's girlfriend was not living with them either, or fiance, whatever their relationship is. She was the girlfriend at the time, and they were not living together. She lived with her parents. She came by for the weekend, and I went over there, and they said, will you please tell her that we're doing our laundry fine, and that, fabric softener is the same thing as laundry detergent. I don't know. I said, no, I'm not going to
Karina,
tell her that.
I was just taking a drink. You needed to warn me that. Like,
I know, I got to it real slow. My coffee didn't kick in yet. I'm trying. I know, that could have been bad. You could have spit all over it.
Could have been bad. Okay, yeah, my kids know that. Well, I don't even use fucking fabric softeners.
But, like, why are y'all so defensive when you're dead fucking wrong and you don't know what you're talking about? Yeah. Tell her that fabric softener is the same thing as laundry detergent. I will do no such thing.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not going to tell her that. So,
I mean, I guess their shit smelled good.
Yeah, but it wasn't
clean.
They're plumbers too. They're plumbers. They literally work with shit.
Oh my god, they
literally work with shit. And like they had just bought it. I don't even know if they did a load. They were like arguing about it. So like,
yeah,
I'm sure it was fine. I mean, it's been a couple years since that happened, so they clearly didn't get any kind of bacterial infection. Luckily.
I mean, I guess they're all right.
So
they're using laundry detergent now.
Yeah. Tell everybody what laundry detergent is if they live in your house, I guess. That was the moral of that story. Make sure everybody knows that laundry detergent and fabric softener are not the same fucking thing.
Teach these boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, raising boys is hard. Yeah. I'm like so nervous that I'm gonna have like, you know, that my boys are gonna like grow up to be like guys that like don't help or don't, you know, that are like assholes or like.
Not if they're doing laundry now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the fact that like I think about it and I'm like
you're conscious of it.
Hopefully, I'm doing a good enough job to like prevent it. Because I hope I raise men that help their wives.
Same. Right. And I think that it's important. I think that we're completely off what we were talking about, but this is cool.
I don't even know where we were.
I don't know what we were talking about, so we'll just keep talking about this.
Yeah.
You made a post a long time ago, and it stayed with me because it was so true. And you made a post years ago about how people complain about raising girls. And they're like, oh, it's so scary. I wouldn't want to raise a girl, this and that. And you were like, no, but the thing is, it's the boys that we should be paying attention to. It's the boys that we should be raising a certain way so that girls don't have to be afraid, so that raising a girl's not scary. Raise your boys properly, and then it won't turn into, oh my god, what am I going to do with a girl? Because the girl's not the fucking problem. It's what happens to the girl that's the problem. So if we raise our sons right, that's not a situation.
Yeah, there's so much out there about like, you know, teach your girls to watch their backs, and that is very important. Like, I have a daughter, and I don't let her go anywhere at night, like, and by herself. Like, she is not allowed to go to stores by herself at night. Like, I always warn her about, like, watching her back and watching your surroundings and being aware.
She would fuck somebody up.
She would, and be, like, vigilant, like, you know your surroundings. But on the same hand, like, you gotta teach these boys to, like, keep, you know, make women feel comfortable and like not be assholes and like not like the narcissism that's like so strong in like the man community. I don't know. It's all prevented when as a boy mom there is such a responsibility to like raise decent human beings.
And like my son's so young and I get a lot of like sideways looks when he's 5 and he's really sweet and he's really very affectionate and he's very friendly and he will just run up to people and want to hug them and hold their hand or like kiss girls on the cheek, stuff like that, and always be like, look, consent, man, you got to ask people, you can't just like go up and like start hugging random people. And I get all these sideways looks from these people and they're like, oh, they're just kids, they're having fun. And like, okay, but I still want him to know that you have to ask for consent. You can't just go around grabbing bitches.
Like learning that starts young.
I know that you're only 5, but like if this little girl looks uncomfortable, you shouldn't be grabbing on her. You shouldn't be grabbing on anyone. You can grab on me because I'm your mom or whatever, but right? And like people act like I'm crazy for like throwing the word consent at little children.
Yeah, no, you're not. Like that needs to be learned so easy or so young that like no means no.
Right, and like and I know that he means well. I know he's sweet, he's my kid, but that doesn't mean that this little girl deserves to have some boy coming and grabbing on her. Yeah. She don't fucking know him. If you're shy, or like we've had that where it's like a shy little girl and then he goes up to them and the mom's like, oh well, you know, she needs to get out of her shell anyway. Okay, no, my kid's not gonna like be harassing this girl because you think she should get out of her shell. What are you talking about? If that's how she feels, that's how she feels. He doesn't get to decide that she has to hug him or she has to play with him.
Right.
And you shouldn't be forcing that either.
Right. Right.
That's the problem.
I was gonna say that, like, it's important when I was like, it's important for like us to raise like men and decent human beings when it comes to the boy being boy moms, because society makes like so many excuses for boys. Oh, and it's always the girl's fault. Oh, she shouldn't have looked that way. Oh, she shouldn't have dressed that way. Oh, she shouldn't be wearing that. Oh, she shouldn't have what, you know what I mean? There's just so many, society makes so many excuses for boys that I lost my train of thought.
That we have to be on top of it.
Yeah, that like as boy moms, you have to like flip that narrative and know that, like, teach your boys that it doesn't fucking matter what a girl's wearing. Like, that doesn't give you any fucking right.
No
at
way.
all. It doesn't make her it doesn't make her vulnerable, I guess. What's the word? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. And I try to teach my kid, and it's hard to like teach your daughter to wear what she wants, because you do want to give, because not everyone out there teaches their boys right, and there's men out there that because she's in like a cut off shirt, you know, they think that she's showing too much skin or blah blah blah, and it's like, it's just a fucking belly. Like, I try to teach her to wear what she wants, whatever she feels comfortable in, fucking wear it. And if someone is looking at you wrong because of it, tell them to fuck off.
I think that's appropriate and fair.
And on the flip side of that, I try to tell my boys, like, it doesn't fucking matter what a girl's wearing. It doesn't give you any more right to her.
Well, and that's just like these schools and their bullshit ass fucking dress codes. And it's like, you know, you can't show your, like, when we were in high school, it was always like, you can't have like your shoulders showing. And it's like, why?
It's a fucking shoulder.
Why?
So fucking stupid.
And like,
and the girls' like dress code list, that's still like this. The girls' dress code list is like 3 pages long, and the boys' dress code list doesn't even take up half a page. I mean, if you're gonna put on the girls thing, like, don't show your belly, the boys should have the same fucking dress code. Don't show your belly.
Right, it should be even.
Like,
and it shouldn't be like, you know, oh, she's showing her shoulder. That's gonna distract the boys. The boys shouldn't be distracted by a fucking shoulder.
So fucking stupid. But
or
that's
anything.
The excuse. It's like, just coddle to the males, whatever. I don't know. Is this podcast turning into like Go Women? Because I feel like every single one
into it.
we've talked about how
we could just be girl power.
Girl power.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
So if you're not girl power, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, because we apparently are.
The camera off.
What?
I flicked the camera off.
That's fine. I did it a minute ago too. That's why we have that sensor on there.
And I feel like that's good. And I feel like it's important, because this is where the world's going. And I'm so glad. I feel like I'm so happy in the world now compared to the world that we lived in 20 years ago.
Yes.
I feel like, just like the stuff that we're saying, like with the consent. Like, this was not something that was talked about 20 years ago.
No.
Consent now it's a big fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, and you're supposed to, like, make sure that you're not fucking raping people. And before it was like, oh, are you sure you were raped, or did you look at him wrong? If you looked at him wrong, he can fuck you. What?
So fucking, it's insane to think back to, like, what was almost norm, you know what I mean? Or maybe
it was the norm.
Yeah. And it just wasn't, like, spoken about enough to, like, have
you couldn't talk about it.
Conversation, because you couldn't talk about it. Yeah.
Because that wasn't ladylike, and that wasn't polite. It wasn't polite to talk about it.
Right. And it was like
sugar and spice and everything nice.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm still women have problems with being believed.
Still.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Yeah. I mean, we've come a long way, but there's definitely still work to be done. And boy moms, it starts with us.
It does. It absolutely does. Right. Because who else? We're in a unique position to be shaping the men's minds of the future with the experiences of the women of the past.
I like that.
Right? It just came out.
That was good.
But it's it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, that's why, like, it is important. It is on us.
Put that in quotes and put it somewhere.
What time are we
What
at?
did you say?
I don't know. We'll have to play it back.
I'll have to play it back.
I don't know, but it was good.
I was like, damn, that was good.
As I said it, I felt it was good. I'm glad we got a coffee before this one.
I'm glad that was recording, so we know what you said.
Yeah. I'm glad we got coffee.
Good thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've definitely. I mean, we were just talking about that a minute ago too. How far it's come with like when we because with J-Lo and like that dress, and now Miley, and like I have not seen one thing that has been like shit talking Miley's dress.
That's what I was asking.
I haven't read the comments, and I usually am a comment reader, and I haven't read the comments. I was pretty busy today, but no, there's no headlines saying.
No, that's what.
Yeah.
So I didn't read the comments either, but that's why I was asking, because I've also just barely glanced on Instagram today. I was, like I said before, I was just looking for the outfits. Honestly, I just like to see what people are wearing. I like the outfits. That's all I want to see. And when I saw her dress, I think that subconsciously I just assumed that it would be a shit show in the comments, so I didn't even, because I didn't want to see the negativity, because I liked it.
Yeah. When I saw her walk the red carpet, I was like, damn, that is ballsy, but I like it.
But it's her.
Yeah.
She's probably the most ballsy. That crazy tour that she had, I saw on that TikTok series that she did recently, where she did like that TikTok interview, and it was like 40 parts on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch all of them, but I saw a part of it where that crazy tour that she had done with the bear and all that. So the people whoever like funds tours was not going to pay for that, and they were like, no one's paying for this, no one's funding this, absolutely not. She paid for all that shit out of her own money because she felt it was like what the album and the fans deserved.
Yeah, I think I watched that too.
So crazy.
I don't think she like made much off of that tour.
No, she didn't make anything off of that tour.
So much to get it
because she felt like that was important.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's just so cool, and like that's Miley. That's what she does.
Right.
She does her own fucking thing, and that's what that dress was.
It was.
She's doing her own fucking thing with the hair. I mean, that's cool. I don't know. For some reason, for me, the hair is more shocking than the dress.
It was a lot.
Can you imagine how many bottles of Aquanet you needed for that? I don't know what the kids are using these days.
She probably borrowed it from Dolly Parton.
That's what I would have used for that. Fucking Aquanet. I don't know what else you'd use for that.
They still sell that.
They
for
have
sure.
to, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's probably in the Dollar Tree, but whatever.
Yeah. For sure. That's what she used for that hair.
I don't know what else she would use. Yeah, but that's why I was asking because I just assumed that the comments would be nasty.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything about it like negative that I've read, so that's good.
No, I haven't either.
We are coming a long way.
A little bit. Step by step.
Step by step.
Day by day. So I just squirreled, but when I just started singing, I thought of this. So I went to go see a high school production of Footloose.
How was it? Those high school shows are pretty good.
It was insanely good.
The high school that I think I know that you went to, they have historically been like crazy theater department, right?
Yeah. Like
my mom used to go.
Right. I've never been.
I never went to that school,
production.
but she would go to their productions.
I never went to one, but we did over the weekend, and I was so highly impressed by these high school kids. Like for a minute there, I almost forgot that I'm like watching public high school drama department. That's how good it was.
You thought you were on Broadway?
Yeah, like I mean, or just a more professional production. You know what I mean? Like I didn't pay $20 and I'm sitting in a public high school theater watching
in the gym.
Yeah, it was so good. They had like live music. They had like a full band. They didn't have like just the backtracks playing, you know what I mean?
Was it their band?
And no, because there was like one or two adults. There were high school kids in it, but like one or two of them looked a little older. So I don't know if they were maybe the teachers or just like
that's what kids look like. Or
yeah, sometimes like kids just fucking look old these days. So, but what reminded me when I was singing was and you're probably gonna laugh at me for this because you know shit like this. I did not know that the Bachelor in Paradise
I don't know the Bachelor
theme song was from Footloose.
I never saw any of those shows.
Okay, so you don't think you would probably do know Footloose songs?
I do know Footloose, and if that was a main theme song, I
wish I could
it.
like listen. And we're gonna get like not targeted, but like flagged if I play like the Bachelor in Paradise theme song because I had no fucking idea that it was from the movie Footloose. Or is it not in this high school? Well, no, they would have like only used Footloose songs, right? Like they wouldn't have like.
They didn't get the Bachelor in Paradise theme song to play at the Footloose play from the local high school production. No, Kim, that's probably not what happened.
But it was like playing, and I was like, wait, I know this song. And I like leaned over to my friend, and I'm like, this is fucking Bachelor in Paradise. She just died laughing. She's like, oh my God, Kim. I don't know if I can find it. I don't think I could find it.
I'm gonna Apple Music this shit later.
Yeah, at least I'm not that crazy because you didn't know.
I would also not watch The Bachelor in Paradise, though.
Paradise.
I've never seen The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, none of it. I haven't watched reality
I'm so
TV
sorry
in
for that, people.
so
That was terrible.
long until like last year. I realized that I knew nothing about pop culture, and I watched. That's a like regular song though. Yeah, that's a very popular song from the 80s.
It was in the movie, or it was in the production of Footloose I watched.
Yeah, because Footloose is an 80s movie. This is a popular song from the 80s.
I didn't know it was in Footloose.
Yeah, that's.
Wait, so did Footloose like use songs from the 80s, or they had their own songs? They had their own songs, right? Like that's
how movies go, right? Like they make up soundtracks for the movies.
Well, yeah.
Footloose was a movie that they made a play out of.
Yeah, but those were like original songs to the movie, and then the song got popular.
Well, it's just like
the movie. Like Billie Eilish's Barbie song that like
it was written for the movie, but it's still a popular song.
But it's a popular song.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, that's what. So it wasn't like a so stupid.
No. So it's not like the Footloose theme song. It's just a popular song from the 80s.
Well,
which
I
makes
knew it
sense
wasn't
that you would
the
use
theme song, but I didn't know that like when the putting on their little Footloose production. I know the movie. I've heard of it. I know the Footloose song and stuff like that. But I did not expect to hear the Bachelor in Paradise theme song while I was watching the Footloose play last night or Saturday night.
Yeah, that's cute. I'm sure all these songs these shows probably use like regular songs. I never watched any Bachelor show.
I get into it randomly. Like, I don't know. And I don't know what makes me get into it. It's just a very random, like...
Where do you see these on?
I start watching it. And then usually if I watch the season of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, then I watch that follow-up season of Bachelor in Paradise. Because then I know people.
Is Bachelor in Paradise a spin-off of
Yeah,
Bachelor?
it's like the people who didn't, like...
win,
they then like get randomly chosen and get put in paradise to like try to find matches,
like the Real World Road Rules Challenge,
but for love.
Okay.
And there's not like challenges.
But I feel like that's like the last time that I was like really into like reality TV, right? And so it would be like Real World, and then it would be Road Rules, and then you would take the people from both that still wanted to be on TV, and then they would go do something else together, and that would be like the Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Yeah, kind of like that. Right. Or like they take people who didn't win.
Right. But there's really no winning Real World. They always lived in a house and worked together, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of like evolved into Jersey Shore. Well, Jersey Shore was its own thing, but it was the same concept. They were living in a house and working down fucking stairs. It's the same exact thing as Real World, but like Snooki flavored.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything new happening in Disney World?
So they do have
Disney World.
Disney World.
In the Disney World.
In the Disney World. The Walt Disney World.
In the world of Disney.
In the world of Disney.
In the world of the mouse.
The world of Disney is a store in Disney Springs.
Yes.
So they're probably having some sales there. I don't know. Yeah, but they are. So right now is a good time if you are a last minute planner and you are a Florida resident. We're in that sweet spot between the holidays and spring break where the crowd levels are low and they are having some sales. There's the 2-day Florida resident tickets are $200, which isn't a bad deal because it doesn't have to be consecutive.
It fucking adds up though, right? When you're like paying for 5 people.
It does.
Fucking like $1,000 just to get through the door for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a memory that will last a lifetime.
And I think the 3-day was, I have some little notes too. The 3-day was like $219, which was better.
Oh, that's way better. Wait, $19 to get a whole nother day?
$219. Yeah.
Yeah, but that like it's $200 to $219, so $19 to get a whole nother day.
And that's how they always do it. You know what I mean? The more days, the better deal because you're.
Well, yeah,
and then now you're in the park,
now you're in the hotel, right
now you need a hotel, and it doesn't have to be consecutive. So I mean, depending on how far you are, like if you're in Miami, really that's kind of far. But like if you're in like the Clearwater area, that's not that. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And then there are Florida resident rates on rooms right now.
Oh.
So they start at 30%, and you can always get rate discounts also if you have like the Disney Visa. I know the Disney Visa can be some people hate it, some people love it. I love it because I pay attention to how I use it, and then I use the rewards. But the interest rates are high.
Right.
So if you're not paying attention to it, you
they're
can.
all fucking high now.
Right. That's the thing. They're
high.
all high. So
if you pay it off, then you don't have to worry about the interest rate.
And I'd rather have fucking Disney Visa rewards and goddamn Adidas. Not that, like, I mean, I like Adidas and I always use them, but, like, that's what I always end up getting. And then, I mean, it's cool because I needed to choose anyway, but.
Right.
I'd rather have the Disney rewards.
Right.
So the 30% off of hotels is a good deal. The thing with the 30% off is it's the same with the Disney Visa. Everybody's going to tell you it's 30% off. It's 30% off if you're staying deluxe. You know what I mean? Right. By the time you're staying like mid to value, it's more like 20 to 25. But it's not good. And it's right, exactly. It's not a bad deal. Like, I've only ever stayed at the deluxe resorts around this time, or in like August, September. They'll have the discounts are going to be slightly better then because it's so hot. If you're not used to Florida and other places, September is like the fall, but here it's like the hottest fucking time of the year.
Yes.
So like August, September, the deals will be slightly better, but
yeah, because isn't this time of year, when do all the cheerleaders take over Disney?
So the cheerleaders they're in and out now, but they're going to be in and out now through the spring. So it just depends on the exact competition weekends, and then it depends on how they're doing in their competitions. You know what I mean? And then at the end of February, we do have Run Disney. So then that's like a weekend where you don't
that gets crazy.
Don't go. And, but that weekend, so like
I don't want to ever run. I don't like running. I'm not running. What's that meme that's like, I'm not running unless a clown is chasing me?
Right. It's
that's
like
me.
If you see me running, you should be running too.
Yeah, if you see me running, run.
Yeah, you should.
I fucking hate running.
I would do it for Disney, though.
I want to do a fight. I want to do the Disney princess one.
I do too. And I
just to like run through the park and dress like a Disney princess.
And there's like photo ops.
Yes. So are we doing it?
Yeah. When? I think it's too late for this year.
Yeah, but that's
this
fine.
Shit sells out.
Listen, that's fine.
The shit sells out. Well, I'll look it up. We'll talk about this.
Yeah, I don't ever want to run, but I want to run through Disney.
Yeah, I would do it there.
And I'm still not gonna run. No, I'm gonna lightly jog through Disney.
I'm gonna walk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
have
off running, and then
I'm gonna have a goal of the slowest time.
Okay. I'll be second slowest.
Because bitch ain't running.
No.
Fuck that. I hate it. I played soccer, like all through high school. Fuck running.
I played soccer one year because you were playing soccer, and so I didn't have anything else to do, and Kim was going to play soccer, and I was like, what am I going to do? And we went to a high school where the soccer team was so fucking bad that they would take anybody that showed up to tryouts. There was, like, and even then, I think there was just barely enough of us for the team, and that was with me and we had another friend that was so Kim was like, I'm going to go play soccer. So me and this other friend, we were like, we're going to go play soccer. Our other friend had never played. She was from another country. She didn't know anything about soccer. And she was so fucking good. She was so good. She became like the third star of the team because it was like Kim and like one other person that was good. And then our friend was like the breakout star. And I spent the whole season on the bench talking about my nails with fucking Amber.
Yeah.
But I had a nice time.
I mean, I loved soccer. I played it until I could, from when I could until I graduated high school.
I only played that 1 year.
And I didn't really play. Now I hate to fucking run. I'm like, how? How did I play high school?
Yeah, that was
all
a shitty
that
part because you just had to run around the field and run around the field. And then, remember that girl ran right into the goalpost?
I do not remember that.
That happened.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember her name. She was older than us, and she was like really nice, and she was like real like muscular.
I honestly, I don't even know. I couldn't remember. Terry Crews. Terry Crews?
Yeah, I know him.
He's the one that was the football player. Right?
Terry Crews, the football player?
He's the actor, right?
He is an actor.
Okay.
A giant, jacked up black guy like this?
Yeah, with shaved head, bald head.
Yeah, Terry Crews, a football player?
Yeah. He was the NFL player that they panned to when Taylor Swift, when they said they were going to show an NFL player.
And you know what? That makes sense because he was like just barely an actor in like White Chicks. Remember that? He was like just barely in it. So he was probably, and now he's like a full-on actor. Now he's such an actor you wouldn't even think. Like he was honestly, okay. So did you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
That's what he was from. That's what he was in, right? I'm like, when I was trying to,
he was one of the best characters.
Yeah, when I was trying to remember what he was in, I'm like, I was thinking like detective show, but I didn't want to be wrong because I was so far wrong.
It's so good
with all the other things already. Good.
And
I knew his name, but I'm just terrible on the spot. And like, look, just like that, it came to me. My brain worked.
And I was thinking about fucking what's his name, but I can't remember. Deion Sanders.
Is he an actor?
I think he is. I could be wrong. I made it
I'll fucking find out.
But Terry Crews. Okay, so Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of those shows where like everybody's good. You know what I mean? Like some shows, like when it follows like other people's storylines, you're like, I guess I gotta watch this to get to the good part. No, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one where like it's literally all good.
I don't think I've ever watched it. I'm not a big show watcher though. I watch like random things, but I don't watch a lot of TV, honestly.
Normally not. I've never been like real big into shows. So Eric is really into TV. He loves TV. I think he grew up raised by the TV. I think sitcoms were his parents. But so like we'll always have like a show that we're watching, so it's, you know, something to do together or whatever. Like we'll watch like an episode, maybe a night, probably more like a couple of nights a week. We just started. He really wanted to watch. They made a show from the movie Ted. And I thought, you're making a show from a movie? That's going to be stupid. Oh my God, it's so...
What is
that on?
If
you're easily offended, then no. It's on Peacock.
Oh.
If you're easily offended, I wouldn't watch
Affiliated with ABC.
Yeah, right. See? I told you I'd be back. It's really fucking funny. Like I couldn't breathe laughing a couple of times. But like, stupid, fucked up funny.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what the movie is. But I was like, you're not going to make a show out of this movie with Mark Wahlberg and it's going to be good. Like, we got to see Marky Mark, right? But he's not there, and it's fucking hilarious. Turns out the bear was the star of the show the whole time.
Maybe
it's just Seth MacFarlane bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that would be something like Chris and I could watch, but
yeah, Chris would like it. Yeah. Chris would like it. It's fucking stupid. Chris would like it. Chris would definitely like it. Chris would like it. Wait for him, or whenever he's off work, whatever. I don't know what you guys' timeline is like in your evenings and whatnot. I don't know. Is it hard to watch TV with like a bunch of kids in your house? I got one kid in my house.
No, they're all fucking teenagers. They hide in their rooms.
Oh, I guess that's different, right?
Yeah.
Because mine, like, the show's kind of inappropriate. So, like, you know, I try not to watch.
They know it. Probably more inappropriate shit than I do, right?
Yeah, right?
I mean, we're all teenagers.
Right.
we had Google, too.
We didn't.
In teenagers we did. Not as kids, not young.
Not Google.
You don't think so?
No, we had laptops that we had. We had AOL.
Yeah, we had the internet. AOL.
Yeah, but it wasn't Google.
It brought us the information that we wanted when we needed it.
AOL didn't have all the information.
Not as much.
You would get like the Lemonade game.
I remember that.
You remember the Lemonade game? No. Oh my God, we used to play it all the time.
Guys, my brain.
It was board.com.
Excuse me. How do you help your brain?
Do you want to know my secret?
I remember board.com.
And that was where we got the Lemonade. We literally went to board.com and then we found the Lemonade game and then that's all we did on there ever again.
I remember the W game.
Okay, that was just us breaking fucking keyboards and fucking with each other.
When we had AOL, AIM. We had AIM and, you know, it's like chats. Like, I mean, if you're listening to us, you probably know what AOL AIM was.
Right. Unless it's Kim's kids. Hey, guys.
Yeah. Or their friends. Hi.
No, go away.
But it was like a chat room thing, and we would like sit there and be chatting with someone, and then her or me or her sister would be sitting there hitting the fucking W, just being so fucking annoying, and we wouldn't let them, like, you couldn't erase it because you just hit W.
Did we erase the back button?
Too many
break the back?
Times.
I remember we regularly broke
just did it so much that it didn't fucking matter. So like if it would take you so long to. So we just, that's how we would text people. There would be random W's in all of our sentences.
The text wasn't a word.
Yeah, it wasn't a word. That's how we would aim.
Well, text was a word, but it didn't mean that.
Yeah, that's how we would send AIM messages.
Yeah. And
our friends just like had to decipher through the W's because.
Take the W's out and figure out what the fuck it says.
We called it the W game, so I remember playing that, but
that was a good time.
Yeah. All right, we really squirreled off of your Disney.
Yeah, there's just some deals.
All right.
Just if you are a Florida resident and you are down to have a quick short vacation, now's the time. Now's the time. If you're down to plan and you don't hate the heat, August, September are the best deals. But there are deals right now. We're in a real sweet spot right here. Now, President's Day is coming up, so also obviously avoid that weekend. But so this is the sweet spot. between now and President's Day, and then between like President's Day and Run Disney, which is the end of February, and then to like the middle of March, so like March 15th, because
Right
then
before
spring break
break.
starts, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people that aren't familiar, maybe if you never worked service industry, you might not know how spring break works, but down here at least, everybody comes for spring break, so everybody has spring breaks at different times of the year.
Yes.
So spring break really runs from, so I worked in Miami in restaurants and stuff down there. So down in Miami especially is a big spring break hotspot.
Yeah,
Spring break
and
runs
it
from like March to Memorial Day. Memorial
and
Day's the end.
Easter's late as fuck this year.
And
on my
then
fucking
people have
birthday.
different, really?
Yeah, Jesus stealing my shine. Just kidding.
Yes.
The fucking turkey steals your shine sometimes.
He does, that fucker. That's why I stopped. I stopped with Thanksgiving. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going. I don't
So-
like your goddamn parties.
Easter's really late, so that means spring breaks are gonna run, I think, later too, because like ours.
Some of them don't run with Easter. Some of them do.
And some of them do. Like, so it's like all the month of March and into April.
Into April, right?
Yeah.
And that's in Miami. We always called it like March through fucking Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the cutoff. If you ever find yourself in Memorial Day with plans to go to Miami, just change that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Unless you're like 19 and you
And
have
wanna
money
party. Yeah.
and you're not afraid of jail. The shit gets so wild down there. They just start arresting people. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I've heard the last couple of years it's gotten bad to where they just shut shit down and start arresting people. But it's,
I think
mean-
last year was like really bad. They were like telling people not like stop coming. Like,
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know. I just remember being on the news like insane.
and it's really crazy to the point where when I moved back up here in like April of a year, and I ended up going back. Like I would go back on the weekends to work
Yeah.
for that spring break money, and I went like to where Memorial Day weekend would be my last, and I went and did Memorial Day weekend like doubles, and like was able to pay rent up here for like a
In
couple of
fucking
months.
weekend. Yeah, that's insane.
You know what I mean? I had a couple months rent because it's